Dorinos. I hope you're all having a lovely end of summer. I understood from a couple of people that there are questions about how to post. So I thought I would make a video on how to start a thread and how to comment on a thread. And then I'm also going to show you how to move something if maybe you've posted in the wrong area. So first, let's start with kind of what's what. So there's first our categories. So there's news and announcements, book club discussions, and let's sit crooked and talk shit. Those are categories. Now, according to the builders of this forum, the company who builds it, they call these things topics. I would call them subcategories. So when I say these things, I'm talking about under book club discussions, the things in red. Finding Me, Stiff, We Are, which is We Are Never Meeting in Real Life, Stay Sexy and Don't Get Murdered, the books that we read. Those that they would call topics, I would call them subcategories. And so let's go down here to let's sit crooked and talk shit, and go to TV shows and movies. So TV shows and movies would be a thread officially, or excuse me, a topic. Hello. What I would call a subtopic. And then these are what I would call threads. Okay, so we're going to start with the family is one, then When They See Us is separate, Dead to Me is separate. So let's go down here to the act, and Soul Angel started this. So she started this asking about, has anybody seen the act yet? And then I replied a couple of times. So, all right. So I'm going to create a new thread here. And so this is what's confusing. They call it a topic here as well. So anyway, but I'm going to create a new one of these. Okay, I'm not going to reply to one. I'm going to create a whole new subject. Okay, so I'm going to click here at new topic. And because I knew I'd be doing this, I already created my comments, so I'm just going to go over and cut and paste this stuff. So, okay, so here we go. So here's going to be my title, okay? And this is really good, Diagnosis on Netflix. Okay, so you'll see here that I have some web addresses. So the reason I have these in here is that I'm going to use some links to them. Now I'm going to leave this one for this one down here for YouTube. I'm going to leave it just like this because it'll automatically insert this into the comment, and it'll be a playable link right within. It'll be a playable video right within the comment, or within this topic, I should say. Okay, so here is. I'm coming to make this link here about reading the column. So I'm going to highlight what I want to link, and this down arrowhead here's the link button. I'm going to put that in there, and then I'm going to say okay. So I'm going to get rid of that, and then also I'm going to link to a book that she wrote, and I'm going to link that as well. And then, of course, I'm going to erase these things because we don't want that there. And so now, let's say you want to preview this. You want to see what it's going to look like. So you can hit Preview Post, okay? And it's going to show you what it'll look like. This is here. And then down here, you can still edit it from here if you needed to, okay? So you don't have to hit Preview Post if you don't want to. But if you did, and you're ready to post, or if you don't need to preview it at all, you just click Post. So here we go. There we go. So now we have, this is new, okay? So you can see up here where it says Diagnosis Netflix, that's the new topic or subject, and it's under the file of TV shows and movies, okay? So if we go to click here, TV shows and movies, now you'll see that they're all listed here, right? And so it's the most recent first, or the latest, because that's what we have here. If you wanted to put the top, the one that has the most comments, then that would be Russian Doll. That was started by J Confess, which was really good, and she got me hooked on that. Okay, so now I want to go back to the home page. Okay, so an easy way to do that is to click this image up here on your upper left. So click that, and now we're back to the home page. And now the next thing I want to do is I want to create, now I want to do a comment. Okay, so I want to comment in something. So I want to comment on, maybe it was on My Favorite Murder. It was a really good, we had a good discussion about why women particularly are fascinated with true crime, or such big true crime fans. Okay, why true crime is podcast crack for women. So I want to comment on this, okay, which is different. So I want to go to this discussion, and we can see here that there's a lot of chiming in about people's different ideas about this. So I went back and forth a little bit. Everyone had different ideas. You can tell I'm very long-winded by all my comments that are very long. So okay, so now I want to comment, and again, I knew that I was going to be doing this, so I want to copy and paste what I've already had written out. So, okay, so let me go back though to this, because I feel like I might have done that too quickly. Okay, so I'm going to go back to, it's under news, and go back to, why true crime is podcast crack for women. Okay, so I'm going to click on the bottom. It's already going to have a place for you to write a reply. Now for me, this is my avatar. Yours will be there instead when you do it. So you can do that there. You could also, right at the top, just hit reply, and it'll take you down here. Okay, so here's my comment that I'm going to put in. So I'm going to link this article. Whoops. Okay, so I'm going to highlight that, but now all of the tools are down at the bottom, but it's the same here. So now I'm going to click link here, and I'm going to copy and paste that link there, and then erase that. Now I quoted this from the article, so I just want to make sure that I want to delineate that that's what they said. And also I know that I didn't start it at the beginning, so I'm going to add those ellipses. Okay, so when you are replying to something, you cannot preview. It's just post. Okay, so now let's say that regardless of whether you're starting you want to it's a reply, or you're starting a topic, if you want to edit it, all you have to do is go to whatever you wrote. This was an old one that I wrote, as you can see by the date, but you see this little down arrowhead here? You click on that, and then you can click edit. Okay, so you can edit this any way that you want, and then you save or cancel it. Okay, so then now I also want to show you how to move something. So at News at 11 posted a topic or thread about a book that they were reading, and it was about Columbine, and it's actually in our poll, which, by the way, make sure you vote on what book we're going to read for October. So I want to find that. So you can see I did a members, and I did up here at the top, and then I chose members in this drop down menu, and then I knew who wrote it, so I typed in that person's screen name. So you put 4 posts there. Those are the 4 posts that they wrote. So here we go, October book. Okay, so the reason that I want to move this is this was just put under news, which you can see the end there, news and announcements, which is totally fine. Well, actually, no, excuse me. It's under the book club discussions. The N is for News 11. So it's under book club discussions, which is fine, but I don't think people are going to see it. And I want people to see it because she wrote something really great about it, and we're voting on it. So I don't want to edit it. Let me go over here to October book. Let's see if I can change it here. Okay, so, aha, now I remember it, excuse me. So we're going to move it, so we have to go to the top up here, okay? So in this one, you see this where it says reply on the right side, and you go just a little to the left and you hit this, and then when you click on that, you get this drop down and you see move, okay? So I'm going to move it, and I'm going to move it to the Let's Sit Crooked and Talk Shit, and move it over to the books, okay? Because that's just kind of like where people talk about the books that they've read. Okay, so I'm going to put move topics. Okay, so let's go over. We're still in book club discussions. So now I want to go back home. So we'll click up there, and now I'm going to go to books. Okay, so here we go, and it is here. Now it's not at the top because of the date. So I had added this No Visible Bruises suggestion. It's a really good book. And at News at 11 had posted this before I had posted the suggestion about no visible bruises. So it will automatically put it in the by date order for you. You don't have to worry about that. So let's go look at October book, and it's there. Now I did put instructions down here on how to move it. Hopefully, they probably were confusing. So hopefully this is better. And then one last thing that I want to say is if you move something, I don't know how this works, so we're going to find out. So I want to look at voting, because I did create a link to her comment. So if we click on vote, and make sure you vote. So this is for October. So we have these different book choices, and Columbine by Dave Cullen was hers, and that's the book that News at 11 had posted about. So if you see right here, I suggested by News at 11, this is the link that will take you there, and let's see if it takes you to the right place. And it does. All right, perfect. All right, well, hopefully this helped, and I hope you make lots of comments. If you want to start something, you don't have to ask for permission. Just use your good judgment. Just post what you want. Make comments, new subjects, whatever that is. And I hope you're enjoying finding me, and I'll talk to you soon.